What up, people? It's your boy, Master Trudy, out here with another comic review. So we got Batman, Three Jokers. Number 2, Jeff Johns on the words, Jason Fabok on the arts, and Brad Anderson on the letters. So, as I mentioned, the last issue was pretty good. Really enjoyed it. We really got an insight into, the complexities of a good story. And this second issue does not fail at all. So let's get into that. Brad is the colorist, my bad. Rob Lay's the letterer. So let's get into it. So what I really like from the jump is at this first page, you can hear like the van coming. Boom, 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 boom. Honey, I'm home, and we have the comedian. The one that was killed in the last issue was the clown. So the comedian is definitely a take on his Killing Joke alter ego, if I should call it. Just say, oh, hello, dear. And it really goes, and as we go through this scenario, we see that it brings up his origin story of having multiple choice. So it'll get to the point where that becomes clear. So he's having a dinner. He's like saying, "Oh, it smells wonderful. Where's Junior?" It's like, "Baby, your father's home." It's like, "I don't want to come down." It's like, "I'm so sorry, baby, but you know how upset your father can be if we don't have." If we don't have dinner when he gets home, so you can see that she's stuttering. Why can't we just leave? Oh, baby, I know that you're mad that he hasn't been home, but he loves us. Please come down for dinner. I can only keep him downstairs for so long. And he's like saying, "Honey, Junior, it's getting cold." So they both decide to come down, and they're having dinner. Long story short, it's in his imagination. He's like saying, "I'm having dinner. I'm having dinner with myself." And the criminal joke is like saying, "You're wasting time coming back here." And he's touching, saying, "Don't touch." It's like, there is no her. There is no one else but the Batman. Now one of us is dead. It's like, this is like, it was your idea to let him in on our little secret, to give him a trail to follow, to make it fun for him. Now one of us is dead. The clown was dead, and we can see that he's definitely dead, and we can see the flies buzzing around his body. It's kind of gruesome with the headshot. And we just see, we get back to Batman. And they're in a house, and they're investigating, and even the dogs are jokerized. And, and you just see Batman saying, "Hey, call Animal Control," saying, "Are they? They're sedated, so they won't be biting anyone." So we see that this is the house of Judge Walls, and he was mauled by his dogs. It's like, not before he was exposed to the same toxins the men at Arkham were. So it wasn't the Joker who was spotted, it was Judge Walls. But why go after him? He retired years ago. He's like, he didn't retire, Jim. He was forced out. He was dirty, taking bribes from the old Arkham officials to send criminals to to the asylum, where the security was loose. Judge Walls was responsible for Arkham's revolving door. Just see, not much has changed when it comes to the Joker. And then we just see Batgirl come in, saying everything's changed. It's like, Batman said you're escorting one of these three Jokers to Arkham, and you just see, I need to talk with him. Batman privately, like, did the Joker escape? It's like, no. It's like, where's Red Hood? You're after him too? Red Hood's not a criminal, Jim. And you just see Barbara's like, yeah, he is. So Batman's like, what? So what I like is that you really get to feel. I just finished listening to Zach, your boy Zach's review of this, and he's right that you can feel the cars moving with the motorcycle. And all in all, with the conversation, moving with the art, which is very nice. It's like saying, Jason killed the Joker. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. So it's like saying, yeah. So she's like saying Batman's like, the Jason killed the Joker. It's like, he killed one of them. Yes. What are we going to do? And Bruce is like stoic. Barbara's saying that he shot me. He shot him right in front of my face, basically. It's like, Jason. And I like how the curve is moving like that. It's like, bam, they're still having this conversation. Like, so we have to deal with two more Jokers and Red Hood. He killed the Joker. He murdered him, Bruce. It's like, he killed a Joker, Barbara. That's all we know. And you just see a Joker, the Joker. Whatever the case, what are we going to do about it? We can't do anything about it. It's like, we can't do anything about it. It's like, Barbara's like, what are you talking about? If we arrest him for murder, he would be forced to unmask. And as the only eyewitness, so would you. Barbara's like, it's not that simple. And Batman's like, I'll talk with him. Talk to him? Why are you so calm about this? You should be furious like I am. Setting aside the information this Joker, whether he was the original or not, might have had, Jason shot a human being who was tied in a chair. And then Batman's like, you need to understand that Jason's suffering. The Joker, it's like, hurt him, but he healed wrong. He got more violent, which is true. You got stronger. It's like, you could have helped Jason get stronger. Don't you think that's all I wanted to do? I thought he was dead. I'll never forgive myself for leaving him in the grave. It's like, but after that, you knew he was alive. If you thought he was capable of this, why didn't you train him again? Why didn't you bring him back into the cave? Why did you wait until now to think he needed to be talked to, Bruce? It's like, I was hoping he was more like you, and we get that. And, it really gets to the point that, Jason, everybody thought he was dead. Jason suffered. And even though we all like to, I used to assume that a Lazarus pit brought him back, and maybe it did, first of all, getting resurrected by Superboy's prime punch, then getting put into the Lazarus pit to mess with his head. And as Bruce said, he healed wrong. He was broken. And he never got that opportunity. And Bruce kind of held hope that if he gave him a space, maybe he could be like Barbara, who, the Joker shot her, sorry, and paralyzed her. But unlike Jason, she had her father and she had friends. But Jason, rose up from the grave and he was wandering, had the League of Assassins come at him, and, he never got the stability that he really needed. He's truly a tragic character, but he is my favorite of the Bat family. Meanwhile, Red Hood is doing what he does best, interrogating the crooks. It's like, you have one chance to not end up like your buddies. It's like, what do you want? You didn't even ask us. And he's like, I don't like asking twice. I love the Red Hood is my dude. And then Barbara's like saying, make Jason put the Red Hood and the guns away, Bruce, before he kills someone else. And he's kind of in the process. Like, you Joker hanger-ons were asked to find a place to hide a whole lot of chemicals. You had better have a good response. Like, I'll tell him, Barbara, it's over. It's like, I can't say I won't. Whatever you do to me, he would do worse. And you just see, you don't have to tell me. Detectives in the hood are already picking it up. It's like, I can see it all over you. Oh yeah, his mask being a pool cleaner. Now you think this might let you, now you might think this means I let you walk away, but I can't have you going anywhere until the cops pick you up. And so, of course, he definitely cripples her. It's like, we're headed out of the city. Are you tracking Jason? I tried. So where are we going? Blackgate. So they get to Blackgate Penitentiary, as I saying, before the police came in, I examined the body of George Walls. He was bludgeoned to death in his own with his humanitarian award before the dogs got to him. Why didn't you tell my father that? Because of the fingerprints on the award. They belong to an inmate here. And she asks who, and he's like saying it's Joe Chill. So they're walking through Blackgate. Of course, we see Rupert Thorne, which is interesting. Criminal. We see Alexander Sartorius. I'm not sure who he is. I don't know whether this is like Atomic Skull or the Electrocutioner. I think it's the Electrocutioner, right? Tell me if I'm mistaken in the comments. Then, of course, we get to the cell of Joe Chill. And, of course, with Joe Chill, he remembers, the night his parents were shot. Bam. It's Batman's like, who, you can see that he's struggling because it's the man who killed his parents. Like, who I am. We need to talk now. He doesn't hear the answer. My man just busts open. Bam. And then he looks in and the cell is empty. Then Barbara tells him they moved him. Where is he? He's like, he's sick. And so we see the Blackgate Hospital wing, established 1991. And we just see Joe Chill has been here for over 2 months. Cancer, stage 4. It's like, how long does he have? Weeks, it sounds like. So he's on a ventilator, it's like saying, how could Joe Chill's fingerprints be on a murder weapon from tonight? With a little digging into the surveillance cameras, I'm betting we'll find an unidentified visitor who slipped in, paid a visit to Joe Chill to get his fingerprints and replicate them somehow to lead me here. It's like, what connection is there between the Joker and Joe Chill other than you? It's like, I don't know. But then he realized that Jason has accessed the back computers from his helmet. Alfred has his location. It's like, but Bruce, I think Jason's found the other two. So they make it to the pool, and you just see, gotcha. So so he goes in, removes the crowbar, breaks it out, and I really like the sequence. Like you can actually hear him walking, like boom, removes the crowbar, breaks the lock, door opens, walks in, pulls out his weapon, and he just sees man. And then we just see all these bodies in this pool with the chemicals. Like, what are they doing? So he opens up, decides to test it, and he sees that the thing is turning things green. It's like, I can't believe I'd be Batman here. It's like, you just see chemicals has been sitting a while, safe to breathe. It's safe enough to breathe. And then he tries to call Batgirl for some backup, and you just see this one guy come out and say, "Whoa!" It's like, "Help me!" It's like, "Let go, you freak!" And he just kicks him, and he brings out his gun, but he's already down. But then, of course, he gets sneak attacked by a Joker, and just say, "Yes, he'll be perfect." And so Jason comes to. This is aside from Dexter Soy, Jason Fabok probably draws the best Jason Todd. But we just see Jason Todd, petty thief. You should have been cuffed and arrested, but then the Batman took you in to make you the second Robin. You were reborn, and we see the criminal talking to him. And then after your death, you were reborn again. But things happen in threes. Like you guys, it's like I was the first. Before Batman, I ran Gotham. You just see Jason's like, hey, newsflash, Joker number, whatever you are, the hell you say you are. One of your buddies has his crazy ass brains all over the aquarium floor, and as soon as I get free, you're next. And we just see the Joker laughing. This is the first time this particular Joker has actually laughed, and we can see that he's actually crying. So Jason's like, man, what's wrong with you? And he's like saying, it's like, I'll let you know a little secret about the Joker boy. It hurts when I laugh. It's like, so what? You're trying to tell me you're the real Joker? It's like, who is the Joker really? And they put on the mask, the Red Hood. It's like, we're going to find out. You just see him put on the mask, and they put the Joker smile on the Red Hood, almost fitting, saying, we spent a considerable time trying to best answer that question. Who is the Joker? We found that judge, a serial killer, a surgeon, all predictable and unaspiring. And there's you. Tell me something. Why would you put on the helmet and call yourself the Red Hood after what we did? Say, come on, every one of you copycats gonna ask me the same thing. It's like, it's a joke. A joke? We left you with brain damage and permanent nerve pain. Physical and emotional trauma so severe that only relief you ever find is when you inflict pain on others. You and me, boy, we're more alike than you care to admit. But you already know that. But you know that already. And you nearly died. And blame the Batman. You hate him for it. Me too. And you just see the friend was like, I hate a lot of people. But you hate him most of all, don't you? Batman needs a better Joker. But to put it simply, you're just not bright enough. Tell me, Jason, does it hurt when you laugh? And here comes the deja vu. Bam! Gets hit with the crowbar. We were hoping it might be you. It would have made so much sense. First, you are the Red Hood, then you are the Joker, but that's not in the cards. So they wanted to make him the Joker, but they're saying, hey, you're not Joker material. It's like, you know what's really more fun? You know, this is really more fun than it was the first time, and this is the comedian. Which makes sense because the comedian would have come out around the same time Death in the Family came out around 30 years ago. So, hey, and Jason's like, you better make sure I stay dead this time. It's like, oh, why would I do that? I'm still rooting for you, kiddo. Why, I hope you rise back up and prove us wrong. As the Joker, bam, knocks him out. And then bam, we get this nice silhouette right here. Batgirl just busting in. Just busting in. This looks nice. You just see Red Hood. It's like, we could have. And you just see Batman's like, we could have just entered quietly. If Jason's here, he didn't. Technically, he did. Well, he was more quiet than you. So point taken. At least this place is condemned. Hopefully no innocents were, and then we just hear laughing. Then we see all the criminals infected with the freaking chemicals, and they're coming for him. They're coming for them, and they all just attack. It's like more jokers. It's like help. It's like no more victims. So they just go in and fighting. It's like they might have Jason, so they just continue to fight and fight. And you just see Batman. You just see my belt. They've activated the call button. It's coming. What is? And you just see kabam, the Batmobile. And then we just see, we can still save some of them. We can save Jason. You just see the other guy saying, save me, say Jason. No, not Jason. And then he dies. Saying, then she's like saying, for a moment, I thought it was him. It's like, Bruce, he's not here. It's like, Hood. You just see the aftermath. It's crazy. And this is like, you have to understand, why are they doing this? And Batman's like, I don't know. But then we get, the the cryptic warning right here. Oops. And then we see Jason almost left the exact same way he was in the Death of the Family, beaten with a crowbar with his Red Hood mask. And then we just see some great dialogue. He said, Jason, it's like, are you sick? He's like, don't touch me. It's like, Jason, it's Bruce. It's like, you're the Red Hood first, then you become the Joker. And you just see, it's like, there are more than one out there, probably have been for a long time, and they want to make another one. Someone who knows you, who hates you. It's like, and Batman's like, Jason, are you all right? It's like, am I all right? See. It's like, what do you think, Bruce? You just threw that at him. You did this to me. You put me on this path. And I do hate you for it. For leaving me in the dirt. Replacing me with one Robin after another without a thought. So, yeah, that's true. It's like, Jason's like, what are you going to do, Barbara? Arrest me? Do it already. Lock me up. Put me away. What are you waiting for? And, she gives him a hug because that's what he needs. Like, it's like, right now, I just want to get you to someplace safe. So she takes Jason back to her place, and he's asleep. Batman says, I got some more leads I'm going to check up on. And then Barbara's like saying, what about Jason? It's like, he needs rest. It's like, he could have died tonight. He could have killed someone. He needs you here. It's like, Jason's safe, Barbara. We need to make sure the rest of Gotham is too. Which is fair, but then Jason wakes up, and then we get some nice, some nice dialogue, some nice, not dialogue, but a good scene where Jason wakes up, comes to, he realizes that he's in Barbara's place. Wheelchair, sees her calendar, keeps it up, sees her books, and he starts, to read. And then Batgirl comes back and is like, Jason, it's like, Barbara, it's like, I figured you left. I hope it's okay. I used the shower, and I didn't mean to go through your things. The closet door was open, and that book looked useful. You just see, it was. Are you okay? I don't think I've ever been okay. It's like what the Joker said about how I've been on a path to being like them for years. They're not wrong. I don't want to be like them, though. I really don't. It's like, you believe that, right? And she's saying, I'm willing to. So can I ask you something? The calendar in your closet, your wheelchair, the books, why keep it all? Doesn't it hurt to look at? It's like, no. And she's like saying, I mean, it used to, Jason. But healing with the help of my dad, my physical therapist, and so many other people who were there for me, I try to look at the positive. A tragedy that I was able to literally walk away from thanks to the people that love me. And Jason's like saying, yeah, I never got any of that. True. So that's because we thought you were dead, Jason, including Bruce. By the time you were brought back, you'd recreated yourself all on your own as the Red Hood. We all wish we had been there for you. And Jason's like, oh, no one's ever said that to me. It's like, well, I'm saying it now. And of course, they share the kiss. This is the thing that people got worked up for. It's literally nothing. Sorry about that. But like I was saying, this is much ado about nothing because she says, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. I just want you to know that I care. And Jason's like, I felt that note. I never felt like anyone cared. And Barbara's like, I'm sorry about that. I really, say, Barbara, it was only a moment, Jason. That's all it was. We need to get back on the case. The Joker's hurt enough people, and so have you, okay? Jason's like, yeah, okay. So meanwhile, in the Batcave, Batman's just looking through files. Sorry about that again. So Batman's just looking through the files of the Joker again. The criminal, the clown, the comedian. 1, 2, 3. One's in the Red Hood, which is like the beginning. The other one's when he gets a little bit more serious. And then we got the Mastermind, who might have been there since the beginning. And then he's just looking at a globe at the Atlas, where it's cold. But then, of course, that corresponds with Blackgate getting broken in. Of course, the Jokers are here, and Joe Chill is with them. And he's like saying, What do you want with me? Say, first, to warm you up, Chill. You need your hat. Now, lights, camera, and action. Say, what? It's time to finally confess, Mr. Chill. Why did you really kill Thomas and Martha Wayne, the Joker? And that's the end of that. So, where do I want to end this? Uh, I'm trying to find. Uh, just because this was my favorite shot of the whole thing. Batgirl just coming in, bam. So once again, I really like this issue. It's another fantastic issue. I think this is another perfect issue. I give this 10 out of 10. There's a great blend. Um, it's just a good blend of art and good dialogue mixing and intertwining to form a very good story. They both complement each other greatly. Jeff Johns on the words, Faye Buck with the art. You feel the story is really being told. They move and flow very well together. Plus, the story with the three Jokers is very intriguing. It's its nice own story. I like it a lot. Definitely recommend that you guys get it. So, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, hit the notifications. Make sure you're notified and comment below to give me your opinions on this. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll have more videos up when I can. Peace.